and welcome to another Coffee with Colm, and thank you for joining me. This week I'm coming to you from the wonderful surroundings of the Strand Hotel in Limerick, and you can see in reflection there in the background Limerick City across the River Shannon, and it's wonderful to be here. I'm here because on Friday night this week we celebrated Limerick's Top 40 Under 40, where we honoured 40 people under the age of 40 that have accomplished something of note in their relatively short lives to date. So the theme for this week is heroes, and I want to talk to you about three things that happened in this week, including Limerick's Top 40 Under 40. I want to talk to you about three things that happened in this week that sort of came together and suggested that maybe I should put out a piece on heroes. And it starts with a show last weekend in Limerick City in which my daughter Jenna had a solo part, and the show was called Zero to Hero. And it was put on by Spotlight Stage School, which is a Limerick institution for the last 30 years. Jenna has been a member for many years, in fact is just leaving to continue her studies, but she'll forever remember her Spotlight days, has loads of Spotlight friends, and in fact wants to pursue a career on stage as a result of her enjoyment there. And the show was called Zero to Hero, and of course it was the usual, the world was in peril and had to be saved by heroes in capes, and really that's what happened. And at the top of the show Jenna had to sing a solo part, and she sang a particular song which I think was just beautiful. And being a lyrics fan, I'd like to explore some of the lyrics and the sentiment behind them, if I may. So the lyrics go: it's here and now, the hours move, the days go by, we wait for heroes to fall from the sky. I'm finding you, what's really true, I promise you'll be a hero for me and I'll be a hero for you. And let's just explore each of those lines, please. It's here and now, that's life, today, it is what it is, for good or for bad, for better or for worse, it is what it is. The hours move, the days go by, we wait for heroes to fall from the sky, and that's, I think, a reminder that time is inexorable, time just keeps marching on, and if we're waiting around for somebody else, a hero to fall from the sky to rescue us from unfulfilling lives or unfulfilling relationships or unfulfilling careers, well then we'll be a long time waiting. It's up to us. And the next part goes: I'm finding you, what's really true, I promise you'll be a hero for me and I'll be a hero for you. And what that's talking about is nobody's coming, it's just you. It's you and the people you've invited into your life. So don't be waiting for a hero to fall from the sky, and don't be waiting for somebody else to rescue you. But what you really need to do is step out and step up and become a hero for somebody else. And some of them may respond and many won't, but you need to step up and step out and be a hero for somebody anyway. Heroes are ordinary people doing extraordinary things, ordinary people getting on with their lives and doing the very best that they can. The second thing that happened this week was the referendum on the 8th Amendment to the Constitution in Ireland. The Irish people were asked to vote on a change to Article 43.3 to the Irish Constitution, which currently states: the state acknowledges the right to life of the unborn and, with due regard to the equal right to life of the mother, guarantees in its laws to respect and, as far as practicable, by its laws to defend and vindicate that right. This subsection shall not limit freedom to travel between the state and another state. This subsection shall also not limit freedom to obtain or make available in the state, subject to such conditions as may be laid down by law, information relating to services lawfully available in another state. And the proposed new Article 43.3 stated: provision may be made by law for the regulation of termination of pregnancy. Now this is big, it's huge, it's highly emotive and highly charged, and there was lots of debate on both sides, and in fairness it's probably fair to say that both sides, the yes and the no campaigners, castigated each other as being the evil ones. The important thing from my perspective is that people stepped up and stepped out, and effectively they put on their superhero capes and went out and voted. They examined their consciences and stepped out and voted for the cohort that they felt needed their help most. And as it happens, a yes vote was carried by a significant majority. Every vote counted, and if you had the right to vote and you chose not to, well then you chose not to put on your cape and step out and step up for the cohort that you believed in. And if you chose not to vote, well then you have no right to give out about the outcome if it's not to your liking. The third thing that happened was Limerick's Top 40 Under 40, and we had this just wonderful celebration here at the Limerick Strand Hotel, and it was just incredible. 40 people from all backgrounds, all walks of life, pursuing all types of different careers and overcoming all types of different challenges were honoured as being amongst the top 40 under the age of 40. And they included people from the worlds of sport and business and academia and students, and they included people with some health challenges and people who've overcome all sorts of stuff to do something of significance under the age of 40. And yours truly teamed up with April Drew of Drew Media, and we came to the Limerick Strand Hotel because we wanted to celebrate the accomplishments of these 40 people. And along the way we found some wonderful sponsors who stepped up and stepped out and helped us put together a wonderful night. And it really was a wonderful night, and in my opinion, heroes all. The 40 honorees clearly are heroes. They're ordinary people from ordinary backgrounds in the main, and they simply stepped out and stepped up and decided, you know what, I can do something. I believe I might be able to do something. And so they stepped out and took steps in a direction, and that direction led to them being honoured this weekend here in Limerick City as one of Limerick's top 40 under 40. The sponsors are also heroes in my opinion, because the sponsors were willing to step up and step out and put their hands in their pocket and take time out of their busy schedules to go and support these heroes, and in so doing they were offering a very public congratulations, a very public pat on the back, a well-deserved pat on the back to some wonderful young people. And that's what myself and April Drew of Drew Media were hoping to do, and I think we achieved it in that we wanted to shine a spotlight on these wonderful people who stepped up and stepped out and who have become heroes, because by us doing that we're allowing other people see their accomplishments, and hopefully it'll inspire somebody somewhere along the way to take a step in the direction of their dreams and goals. That's the whole objective here. Also in so doing we're shining a spotlight on Limerick Inc., because Limerick is a wonderful city. It's my home city. I'm from Dublin originally, but I'm a very proud Limerick citizen of 20 years now. And it's shining a light on the great work that goes on oftentimes under the hood of this wonderful city that I now live in. And in my few words that I said from stage, I finished with a Marianne Williamson quote. I'm just going to give you the last couple of lines from that, if I may. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. And I think that's what's happened for me in this last week. 3 things happened in my life in this last week that suggested that we can all be heroes for each other. Zero to Hero, the Spotlight Stage School, the referendum on the 8th Amendment, and Limerick's top 40 under 40. So the question I want to pose to you this week, if I may, in this week's Coffee with Colm is, how are you going to be a hero for somebody in the coming days? See, there's no point in us waiting for heroes to fall from the sky. They're just not coming. It's just you and it's just me, and we got to get out there and do our thing. And some will respond and many won't, but that's okay. We got to get out there and do our thing anyway, in the knowledge that somebody is watching. Somebody's watching, somebody's listening, somebody's taking their lead from the stuff that you do and the stuff that I do, and that's good enough. And I'll finish, if I may, with the lyrics from the song that Jenna sang last weekend, and yet again they go. It's here and now, the hours move, the days go by, we wait for heroes to fall from the sky. I'm finding you, what's really true. I promise you'll be a hero for me, and I'll be a hero for you. And thank you for joining me for this week's Coffee with Colm. I hope and trust as ever that you got something from it. If you've enjoyed it and you think somebody else would benefit, I'd be delighted if you pass the link on. If it's your first time here and you've enjoyed it and you'd like more of this type of stuff, well then pop to the homepage, ColmO'BrienMotivation.com, leave me some details, and I'll make sure you get a link like this every week. And most importantly, please consider what's been shared here today and apply it into your thinking for this next week. And then equally as importantly, please come back next week and we share another coffee together and I'll ruminate on some other aspect of life and business. In the meantime, get some good coffee, get some fresh air, get some R&R. If you spend a lot of time with people during the week, I recommend you spend a little time alone. And conversely, if you spend a lot of time alone during the week, I recommend you go meet some people. And then when the time is right, and only when the time is right, get your head back in the game, get organised for the week ahead, get stuck in, make next week count, be a hero, and then I'll see you here this time next week. Sláinte. I love great coffee. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.